Hello, welcome and thank you for joining me for this Strength and Grace Pilates stretch class. We've got no props today, so just our own body weight, and I love these kind of quick stretch classes, particularly when you've been traveling. I spent a lot of time in the car over the last few days, so nothing feels better than just to get all of those tight sore bits out with a bit of a stretch class. So let's get started. Finding a comfortable position. You can sit bottom on heels, cross-legged, whatever feels good for you. I'm going to start with some big rolls of the shoulders, lengthening through the spine, squeezing through the waist. Let's bring both shoulders up towards the ears and then drop them down. A couple more like this. As we drop them down, feel those shoulder blades slide down your spine, opening through the chest. Let's drop the chin towards the chest, lengthening through the back of the neck. And take the chin up towards the ceiling. And ear over to one side. And then to the other side. Coming back to the center. Let's take our bottom over to one side, so just bring your heels out. We're going to take a big reach over towards our toes, stretching through that waist. Let's take an exhale, see if we can reach 1 inch further away from us. And release. Let's swap over to the other side. Big reach over. Exhale into this pose. And release. Let's come into our 4-point kneeling position. So hands are underneath shoulders, knees are underneath our hips, lifting up out of those shoulder sockets. Let's move through our happy cat, grumpy cat. So deep inhale, C shape through the spine, chin comes towards the chest. And then exhale, tailbone presses back, chest presses forward, and we look forward. Let's find that full range of motion. All the way up and all the way down. Finding that articulation through the spine. If you want, you can add a look over to one hip as we come down into our happy cat, and then back into our grumpy cat, and then looking over to the other side, alternating here. If you want, let's add in a bit of a circle, so we're going to roll up through grumpy cat, and then roll out through happy cat. Finding that roll through the shoulders, through the hips. Can we reverse that circle? Stretching through the shoulders, through the hips, through the spine. And come back to our neutral position. Let's reach our right leg straight out to the side. Then we're going to reach that right arm up towards the ceiling. Thread that right arm through the gap between our hand and our knee. You're going to get that stretch through the shoulder, but also our inner thigh on that right side. And from here, you can shift your body weight forward and back, opening up through the hip. And let's step our right hand back. Bring that right leg back in. Let's step our left leg out to the side. Big reach up to lengthen, and then thread that arm through. Outside of the arm, and ear is on the mat, and then again just rolling forward and back, opening up through that left hip. And release, stepping that right hand back. Left hand back. Let's bring our knees underneath us, tuck the toes under, press the heels into the mat, and chest towards the thighs, finding our A-frame position. Can we bend and extend through the legs here, stretching into this pose. Pressing both feet into the mat. Can we extend our right leg straight behind us? Open the knee and open the hip and bend the knee. So we're trying to drive that knee over our head. Really opening up through the hip, stretching through that inner thigh. We're going to sweep that right leg forward and step to the outside of our right hand, finding our high lunge. Then from here, let's drop that left knee down, untuck the toe, and find our lunge position. If you want to go a little bit more here, you can come down onto your forearms and allow that right knee to fall out to the side, so really opening up through the hips. Can we try to bend our left knee so our heel comes towards the glutes? If you want to go a little bit more here, reach that right arm around, grab onto the toes and pull that heel a little bit closer in towards the glute. This one will get you in the thigh on your left side. Exhaling into this stretch. Let's release that hand and leg. We're going to step back up onto our hands, step that right knee back. Let's tuck the toes under, press the heels into the mat and come back into that A-frame position. And again, just pedaling it out. It should start to feel a little bit easier and less stiff here. Let's press both heels into the mat and extend that left leg straight behind. Open the hip and bend the knee. Again, try to feel that knee driving over your head. We're going to swing that left leg forward, step to the outside of our left hand, find our high lunge, and then drop that right knee down and tuck those toes and find our lunge position. If you can, let's bring it down onto our forearms and allow that left knee to fall out to the side, opening up through the hips, exhaling into this pose. Can we try and bend that right knee? Heel come towards the glute, and let's reach that left arm around, hold onto the toes, and press the heel towards the glute. Whew, this one is a tough stretch. Let's release that foot, bring our hand back down. Come up onto our hands, let's step our left leg behind, and then we're going to roll down onto our front. So we're lying on our front. Let's bring our hands underneath our shoulders, hug those elbows into the ribs, and then let's press ourselves up into our up dog. So shoulders are away from ears, we're lengthening here. Can we turn that head to the right and to the left? Can we turn that head to the right as we lift that right heel up, look down towards the toes, and then rolling onto your opposite hip, look down towards your toes, coming back into our up dog, and then roll all the way down. Can we bend our knees, reach around, hold onto the top of our feet, I should say, press your feet into your hands, and then allow that to peel your chest up off the mat, find that stretch through our shoulders, exhaling into this pose. Let's roll ourselves back down, keep a hold onto those feet. We're going to do one more. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, press those feet into the hands, pulling that chest up. And release. Let's bring ourselves up back into our child's pose. So pressing up onto our hands, bottom comes towards the heels, and we're going to reach those arms out in front. Forehead towards the mat, just releasing through that lumbar spine. Can we walk our hands around to the right? So making your body into a small C-shaped position and find that stretch down your arm and through your waist. Let's walk those hands around to the other side, finding that stretch the opposite way. And let's come back to the center, coming up to sitting. Can we bring our fingertips towards our knees and then press the palms into the mat and then bend and extend those elbows to stretch through those forearms. And release. Let's bring our left foot forward. It's going to roll back to stretch through that top of the right foot. So just massaging that foot here. Lift and lower the knee. And let's swap to the other side. Rolling back, lift and lower that knee, putting pressure through the top of our left foot. And let's bring both knees forward, tuck the toes under. I'm going to bring our body weight back onto our heels and just press into this stretch, so stretching through the underside of our feet. If you want, you can roll yourself backwards and forwards here, finding that stretch through our feet and toes. Nice. Let's roll ourselves onto our bottom. And then we're going to lie down on our mat, hug those knees into the chest, and gently just rock side to side. My mic is in the way. Massaging the back of your hips and your spine into the mat. With our right hand on our right knee and our left hand on our left knee, let's hug up into a little ball. So forehead towards the knees, separating between those shoulder blades, and then roll all the way down. And again, exhale to curl up. And release down. Let's keep a hold of that right leg, hug it in towards the chest as we extend that left leg out long. And we're going to circle that right leg in our hip joint. So you can use both hands, or you can just rest your right hand on the mat for stability. And we're circling here. Let's squeeze through the waist, make sure we're nice and steady through that torso, and we're not rocking through those hips. Keep a hold of that right knee. We're going to cross it over the body. Rolling it over, if you can, towards the mat on the other side. Try to press your opposite shoulder blade into the mat and turn your head away from your knee, finding that nice spinal twist. And let's roll onto our back, hold onto our hamstring and lengthen that right leg up long. You can flex your foot here or point. You can bend and extend. Just try to really release into this stretch. From here, you can reach your left hand to the outside of your right leg and just try to cross that leg a little bit over the body, so you're getting that nice stretch down the IT band and the glute. Let's bring our opposite, so right hand on right leg. See if you can hold on to the inside of the leg, and then just open that leg out to the right, more of a hip opener, and stretch through that inner thigh. Exhaling into this stretch. Let's bring our left leg in. We're going to cross our right ankle over our left knee, turn that right leg out. Then we're going to bring our legs in towards our chest, interlace the fingers behind the left hamstring, and hug our legs a little closer in towards our chest. If you want to go a little bit more in this stretch, let's extend that left leg up long towards the ceiling and flex the foot, so you get that stretch down the back of the left leg as you're stretching that right glute. Exhaling into this pose. One more breath here. And let's release. Hugging that left leg in towards the chest, extend that right leg out long. And let's work through our circle here. So opening up through that hip, circling in that hip joint. Keep that tension through the waist. Let's cross that knee over the body. Press the opposite shoulder into the mat. Turn the head away from your knee. Exhaling into this pose. Let's roll onto our back, interlace the fingers behind the leg, lengthen that leg up towards the ceiling, and you've got the option here to try and flex that leg to get that extra little stretch down the back of the leg. Really try to release into this pose as you exhale. Can we hold on to the outside of the leg with our right hand and cross that leg over the body? Taking it as far as you feel comfortable. You can take it the whole way if you want to. Stretching through that glute and IT band. Let's roll onto our back. Left hand to the inside of our leg, and let's open that leg out to the side. more of a hip opener, inner thigh stretch. Bringing that leg back to the center. Let's cross our left ankle over our right knee. Hug those legs in towards us, interlace those fingers behind the right hamstring. Try to press that left knee away from you. And then you have that option to extend that right leg out long, flex the foot, and exhale into this stretch. One more breath. And release. Let's extend the legs up towards the ceiling. Press the palms into the mat. See how you go. Squeeze through the waist. Can we lift the legs up? If that's enough for you, just hold on to your hips here. You can extend the legs up towards the ceiling or a little bit over your head. If you feel comfortable, making sure our head is nice and straight, press those palms into the mat. And we're going to lower those legs over our head. See if we can press them onto the mat behind us. Option to bring the hands behind your back or keep them pressed into the mat. Can we take a few breaths here? Gently coming out of this stretch, let's roll down onto our back and we'll come into our happy baby. So knees are wide, arms are on the inside of the legs, and then hold onto the outside of the feet, and then gently just rock side to side, massaging our spine and the back of our hips into the mat. Beautiful. Let's hold on to our knees. If we can, rock ourselves up to sitting, finding a comfortable position, cross-legged. Let's bring our hands onto our knees. Roll those shoulders back, lengthen through the spine, squeeze through the waist. Let's open the shoulders, look up towards the ceiling. And then roll back, chin towards the chest. And we're going to roll through these two poses, so opening up and then rolling back. Let's do a couple more here. One more either way. And let's come back to sitting. I don't know about you, but I am definitely feeling more stretched and relaxed. I hope you are as well. As always, don't forget to comment to let me know what else you want to see in these exercises, and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in the next video.